Part of our 2023 North Dakota Lions basketball player profile here. Joining us from Powers Lake Burke Central. That again is Tyson Enget. And Tyson, for you to get nominated to this particular All-Star game for your senior season on the hardwood, what does it mean for you?
It means a lot. I mean, a lot of it means people that like they noticed how I played and that I'm one of like the players that were selected to play. I think there's only like 12 of them and a few alternates. So I mean, it's like really just a prestigious honor that I'm thought of with those guys, and it's just gonna be a lot of fun.
Take us through your favorite basketball memory all time being a rancher. You had a ton of success, heading to state tournament as well, winning region titles. But what was one or two favorite memories, whether it be on the court as a player, maybe just, as a fan in general of the game here, Tyson?
Oh yeah, I think one of my probably like on court moments, probably my eighth grade year when we went to state for the first time, and it was like 80 years. It was just it was just pandemonium. I mean, everyone was just going crazy, going like crying, and that was a surreal moment to be on the court. Like as an eighth grader, I was on the floor when it happened, and when we like won on a buzzer beater, that's something that I'll remember for the rest of my life. And then maybe like another one is we played a lot of times like just at like the park in town with a lot of guys from all over. They come over and we'll just play till like 11 o'clock at night sometimes. And I mean, sometimes those are just like the best moments of just kind of when nobody else is watching. It's just you and some other players just having fun. I feel like those are some of the moments that I really enjoyed.
When you saw the basketball roster for the Class B get announced for all the All-Stars, was there a player or two particular that you're excited to have on your team, so to speak, for a week of basketball and a couple of games going up against the Class A guys here, Tyson?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like Brady Feller, he's going to Williston too, and so we're gonna be teammates there, and I think that would be a lot of fun just to get to know him a little bit. I've talked to him a little bit, and then Ian Johnson, he's an alternate, but I mean, I've been really good friends with him for a long time. He's going to Williston, and then maybe another person be like, Carson Yale. He's a big guy, and he's just plays basketball really well the right way. And then maybe like Mark Facetta. I really enjoyed watching him at the state tournament too when I was there. Just he just plays like basketball the right way, and I feel like that's a lot of fun to play with people like that.
Tyson, you already kind of mentioned heading to Williston State College. What just made that the right choice for you from the high school game to continue your college game, on the hard court here at Williston State?
Yeah, the coach, I felt like he really wanted me there, so I feel like that was just a really big deciding factor too, and kind of just the way he envisioned like me being there, and just kind of how it would go. It's nice when someone really wants you. You feel like it makes you really want to go there, and that's kind of just what was the deciding factor.
What did you learn from your coaching staff that you hope to kind of take with you as your time as a rancher, as you kind of move forward again to the collegiate game moving forward?
That I say I probably gonna make mistakes all the time, but I think it's just kind of how you respond to them. Like if I make a mistake, I mean Jordan, my coach, like in high school, obviously, like wouldn't get mad at me, but he just kind of tell me like maybe what I could have done in the situation or maybe something that I missed. He like never got really like mad at me, and that really helped me kind of like just forget the past mistakes and move on to the next situation, because I feel like in college basketball, I'm like right away. Obviously, there's probably gonna be a learning curve, and I'm gonna make mistakes right away. But it's just gonna be if I can get past those mistakes and just learn from them. I really feel like that's gonna help me.
Take us through. Are you a superstitious person at all? Did you have to have a certain pregame meal or listen to a certain music before you kind of got to the opening tip on a particular basketball game, Tyson, at all?
For food, I always like to just be like smart about what I eat, but I like to always before the games, like in the locker room, probably around like right after we get down there for halftime, like of the JV game, I usually probably eat a little bit of honey because I feel like it's just like it tastes good. It's like some carbohydrates to give me some energy, and I really kind of like I don't really like playing on a full stomach. Just kind of I like to keep it light, and then for maybe some music, like at the beginning of the year, kind of played kind of whatever, but then there's like one game I just started playing some like early 2000s like hip hop and stuff like that, and that really just like everyone kind of just after that was kind of like the turning point in the season. I kind of felt like everyone just had like good vibes, and I just kept going with that, and really, so that's kind of what I played and before.
Take us through the music. What's kind of the early 2000s, some of the artists or some of the songs that you were listening to here, Tyson?
Like Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, a lot of those guys. Just it's kind of funny because like Jordan, our coach, he grew up like in that era, and he'd come down and just be like, "What in the world do you guys listen to? I haven't heard these since I've been in high school." And so I feel like it's kind of a fun moment, but it's kind of just something that started to get me locked in for the games, and I kind of just liked it a lot. So
Final thing for you, Tyson, before we let you go, just words of advice or words of wisdom for someone that's, aspiring to be an all-star, or someone that's aspiring to be an all-region player, or even a Mr. Basketball finalist, which you were this year. What will be some words of advice that you would give to the next generation coming up through?
I'd say maybe try to find someone to like not like mirror your game after, but just like take pointers from. Like I was really lucky when I was in junior high, I got to practice with the varsity, and like my brother and his classmates were so like really influential on me. Like I just remember like the first practice I got there and I just did not know what to do. And they're just like, just go move like all the time. And I feel like when you find someone that can mentor you and you can take advice from a lot, and so you just gotta find that person. That's what I would tell them to do, and just find them and ask them for advice, or just ask them what they like think of the game. And that's about what I would say to anybody that wants to get better.
Hey, Tyson, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck here in the Lions All-Star Basketball Series and moving forward at Williston State College coming up in the fall.
All right, thank you.